Counter-Strike 2 has brought forward a lot of new changes to the game that we know and love, but a lot of players have felt disappointed with the lack of new features and implementations from the beta of the game. Counter-Strike 2 at the moment kind of just feels like a beta v2 or an open beta without a lot of new features being added to the game. So today I want to talk about what Valve should add and what future changes are going to be made to this game to make it something that we can play forever and just love until the end of its era. But before we get into that, let me tell you about the sponsor of today's video. Clash.gg, a Counter-Strike 2 Gambo website that has a massive variety of game modes to play. My favorite is case battles. You can battle with your friends and compete for your dream inventory. They also have so many different deposit methods like Counter-Strike 2 skins and crypto. There are endless features on the site like rakeback, daily cases, and rain every 30 minutes. And the best part is, they even give you a 5% deposit bonus when you use the code csgo. Using my code would help me out so much and allow me to keep making quality videos. So thank you again to Clash for this opportunity. Make sure you're above the legal age in your country to use this site. Alright, so the first thing that I want to see Valve implement into Counter-Strike 2 is a new operation. I think that this would be so fun and just bring so many new players and give them an experience that is just insane. I remember when I first got into CSGO, there was actually an operation going on at the time. I think it was Operation Wildfire or Operation Bloodhound, one of those two. And it was just so fun to sit there and play all of the new operation maps, do all the challenges, get all the rewards, and grind for something that at the time was so fun for me. It was just so valuable and so fun. And I think that the Counter-Strike 2 would benefit so much from a new operation. And I actually thought there was going to be one with the launch of Counter-Strike 2, and I thought it was going to be this huge release, but I guess it's just something we're going to have to look forward to into the future. And hopefully Valve will add a new operation with, and I don't know, maybe we'll see a battle pass feature or something similar to that like they did with the previous one. But that brings me into my next change. I hope that Valve makes changes to the map pool both competitively and casually. And I want to see community maps start to make their way into the professional scene. I think it would be a great way to reward the community and give people an incentive to build maps and get their, make their changes to the professional scene, right? See their maps played in front of the stages, in front of the crowds, in front of all the people. I think it'd be insane. But also both casually too. There's no excuse why community maps can't be more implemented into the casual scene, right? Why can't more of those maps be an option for players to play? I don't understand. And right now, one other change that Valve needs to make is they need to add community servers. I don't know why we don't have community servers yet, and it's something they need to implement back in here, because right now it is such a pain to try to play on third-party sites and servers. It's just a pain right now. They need to add the community server browser back in a way that is very easy for new players to get to and for server operators to be able to give their servers to the public. So it's just a little sad right now about that. The next change I want to see be made to the game is changes to the economy. And this needs to happen because right now the games are so short that winning the pistol rounds is more important than ever. There needs to be some sort of change where you get more money for losing pistol round, because right now it's just impossible to win if you're already starting down 4-0 because you lose both pistols. And in CSGO is a big issue how pistol rounds are very important, but in CS2 it's even bigger now. So you could argue that, yeah, pistol rounds should be important, but in my opinion, I think you should just get more money for losing, and more rifle rounds should be inside the game when it's such a short match right now. So yeah, it's just something I think would be better for the game and be better for the professional scene, but I can see how people could think otherwise. But one thing that I think everyone agrees with is there's just too many missing game modes right now. It feels like they just released a shell of the game because there's no danger zone, there's no flying scoutsman, no demolition. They need to add back some sort of different game modes, because right now there's just nothing. I'm not saying you necessarily need to add back the old game modes, but at least put something in there that gives people more opportunities to play the game that they love. Counter-Strike is so unique and it's so fun to play all these different game modes. I mean, I play in the competitive scene. I don't really care to have fun with this game, but I still love playing those game modes from time to time, especially like with my friends in real life or my girlfriend or just people that are very casual players. I love playing those game modes with them. And one thing that they also need to improve is the movement, because the movement inside of this game right now is just still very clunky. And I think it's the biggest gripe with professional players right now is how bad the movement feels. So I think that they're slowly making changes to make it feel a little better, but I mean, at the moment, it's just very bad. So maybe in the future, when you're watching this video, that'll have been changed and the movement will feel very fresh. But right now, it's just still a little clunky and doesn't feel the best. But what would be absolutely insane, and I don't know how this would work, because last time they did it, it was just a disaster. But imagine that they added a new weapon into Counter-Strike 2. I think that this has the potential to break the game in a way like the revolver did in CSGO. But I think it would be so much fun. I mean, they added the MP5 as well. And I mean, no one really uses it, to be honest. It's not very viable. Revolver's not very viable. I want to see them add a gun that is very viable to use, but it's not like overpowered. You know what I mean? So I think that that has some potential to happen. I don't know if Valve is content with the current status quo of their game and how the weapon balances have worked. I think adding more is just going to complicate things, but it would be pretty cool if we did see more weapons. And now that you have to choose and select which weapons you use in the game, it actually makes sense for them to add more and more, because at the end of the day you can only select a certain amount. So I think that would be fun. It would open up a world where people like specialize in certain guns and stuff, and there's different sub metas, and there's just a lot to go on there. What would be really neat though is if they added a new knife. Adding a new knife would be sick, and I'm kind of disappointed with the leaks that I've seen, because, you know, maybe it's something that will come out in the future, but I thought that a new knife was going to be released with Counter-Strike 2 as well. Like I said, like it kind of feels like a shell has been released and not the full game. But I know I'm always just down for new content and stuff. I know people always complain like, oh, Valve's just trying to make money, but I think it'd be cool to have a new knife. Also, while we're at it, add some shoes into the game. You know, I want to roll up in some Crocs. I think that'd be so funny, run around with rainbow Crocs or Crocs Fade or something. I don't know. That'd just be so funny to me. But lastly, the change that will happen is there will be Zeus skins. I can guarantee you that. There will be Zeus skins coming to Counter-Strike 2. And if we're lucky, we might get nade skins too. That might be a little hard because it might ruin the competitive integrity of the game, but we might see nade skins as well. But I can tell you with 100% certainty that within the next year, there will be Zeus skins inside of Counter-Strike 2. That will be coming, and people have already been making skins for the Zeus and modeling them, and it's just a matter of time before those are added to the game. So let me know what changes you guys want to see made to Counter-Strike 2. I'm very interested in hearing what you guys think would be good or bad. But either way, guys, thank you so much for supporting me. It would mean so much to me if you hit that subscribe button. I post videos every single day, and we're going to close this year out strong. So make sure you don't miss any moments from this channel. I'm going to teach you what you need to know to make it in the professional scene and be the best you can in your matchmaking games, your face games, just everything all around. So I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching this. Peace out. Peace.